Welcome back. The storm of the century has a name, Hurricane Melissa, and now Melissa has an address. It has made landfall in Jamaica, and Jessica Burch is watching for the impact in Jamaica and beyond. I'm just reading here, winds of 185 miles an hour, the area of New Hope, home to thousands of people right now.
New Hope, White House, all those southern communities right now along that coastline, they're gearing up for about 13-foot storm surge. On top of that, yes, this is tied for second when it comes to the highest sustained winds in the center of a hurricane ever. And we're talking about 185 mile per hour winds there. Tropical storm and hurricane force winds impacting the island of Jamaica right now, up to around 40 inches of rain expected. And it's now made landfall. We're watching the eye of it, which is interesting. Some community members right now are dealing with some of the calmest conditions they've seen all week now that they're in the center of that eye, but it's continuing to track its way north just along that western part of the island. So take a look at this. Let's start off with what's happening outside over into Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti. Everybody's either dealing with the center of the storm or the outer bands too as it continues to track its way north. Our friends over into Cuba gearing up for the worst too. They're expecting up to around 20 inches of rain as that storm system continues to track its way north. So throughout the next 72 hours, this strong hurricane continues to move its way to the northwest, dumping close to around 40 inches of rain for our friends along Jamaica, especially in those higher elevated areas. And the reason why I'm concerned about that, the topography of Jamaica is very interesting and unique. There's a lot of mountains, and they can see, and they're gearing up for landslides on top of storm surge just along those coastal communities too. So two major impacts and threats there, up to around 13 feet storm surge expected in Jamaica, 11 feet all the way over into southeast Cuba as that storm continues to track its way to the north. So here's that track right behind me. As it moves over land in Cuba, it will start to decay a little bit. As it enters cooler sea surface temperatures, it will continue to decay as it moves its way north. So that's what we're keeping a close eye on as we head into the next 72 hours, pushing through the Caribbean right now. I want to show you where it's at and where it's going. First things first, you take a look at the hurricane force winds. That's in that maroon color you see. It was tracking west for a while, tilted north, and now it's pushing its way through Jamaica, up to around 70 mile per hour winds there. In the surrounding orange color, that's tropical storm force winds, so closer to around 45 mile per hour winds at its core. Now, I want to turn the graphic and show you a couple of other things happening for us. Here's where we're at right now when it comes to that hurricane and just the eye of it. It's now made landfall in the western portion of Jamaica. We're continuing to keep a close eye on impacts there. Like I said, the topography plays a huge factor in this. Anywhere up to around 40 inches of rain is expected in some of those higher elevated areas. But as the storm continues to track north, those winds are going to change directions too, and that could bring lasting impacts as well. Let's zoom in just a little bit closer. There's that southern coastline that we were talking about just near White House, Jamaica. That's where it's currently pushing through. So some of our community members there that we're keeping a close eye on are also dealing with some calm conditions in the center of that eye before that eye wall continues to move its way northward. Now, spaghetti models are showing it move to the north and to the west. So eventually it's going to start pushing over into Bermuda into the coming days. Bermuda dealt with a very active season this year in the Atlantic, but we're continuing to keep a close eye on this one as it impacts Jamaica with the strongest storm they've ever seen on record, dating back to 1851 when we started recording. And this is going to leave lasting impacts to our friends in Cuba too. Breed?
All right, already we're understanding 7 deaths, more yet to come. We hope everybody's safe, but it is not looking good there. You are looking at camera angles from many parts of Jamaica right now. And as you can see, people are still in some places out there on the roadways. We understand a lot of people are just saying, look, I'm having to board up my business or my home. Those last second preparations, according to emergency personnel, could cost life and limb. So if you are somehow in receipt of our broadcast, just know to heed the warnings and find shelter quickly.